Now that you know the basic offensive and defensive moves and escapes of wrestling, here are the moves and penalties of what happens for illegal moves. One of the most common moves from this position is locking hands. Locking hands is where you're like this, like hand on belly button and cup, and you take both your hands and lock them together and you squeeze. This is very dangerous for the opposing wrestler because it's possible for you to break their ribs. What you have to do is when you have to have one hand on their arm with the other hand on their arm. So, I mean, you can still apply pressure, but it's not going to be as forceful. If your hands as much as touches each other for a second, the ref will call it and give your opponent 1 point for illegal hold. Now, another common mistake, what I see a lot, or you'll see a lot in wrestling, is when a player or a wrestler is trying to do the half Nelson. What happens is when he's trying to switch from side to side, his hands will touch the opponent wrestler as so. And this is dangerous because what happens is if you pull down on their neck hard enough, you're liable to pull a nerve or give them a serious neck injury, which could possibly paralyze the wrestler. It's called a full Nelson. As you can tell, the half Nelson is one hand, the full Nelson is two hands. The half Nelson is legal, and the full Nelson is illegal. Now, another common mistake is when you're wrestling, a lot of people like to bring the arm back, like so, and hold this. Can you feel the pressure, Andy?
Yes.
Now, what happens here is you can cause some shoulder damage. The ref will watch, and he'll put his hand behind your head, or behind his head, indicating it's potentially dangerous. If you keep the arm at 90 degrees, you're good. But as you can tell, it's 90 degrees. But if you start moving it up, does the pressure start applying more, Andy?
Yes.
It starts applying more, so it's putting more pressure on his shoulder. So you have to keep it at 90 degrees. This could cause serious pain and injury in the long run for your opponent's soldier or wrestler on their shoulder.